Hello and welcome to the Nintendo Network, and we are less than 1 month from the release of Pokémon Sword and Shield. And at least from my memory, this set of games might have some of the most controversy surrounding it. With people upset about what seems like everything, negativity is everywhere surrounding the 8th generation of Pokémon. And I am not here to say people shouldn't voice their opinions, positive or negative. I will say everyone needs to be a bit more civil about it, because spamming hashtag bring back the national dex on everything Nintendo and Pokemon post on Twitter really isn't going to change any minds. I'm not saying don't talk about it, but do it constructively. And I have gotten off topic in the first paragraph, so that's a good sign for what's to come here. Anywho, today I want to talk about the positive side of Sword and Shield. I normally like top lists, but I want this to be a little bit more freeform because, as you've seen, I like to rant a bit. So let's go over some of the top things to get hyped about for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. New Pokemon. Even though we haven't seen a whole lot of the new Pokemon in general, I've seen most everyone agree that the designs are great. I mean, Yamper alone is worth talking about. Side note, I am sad Leon is the champion. I was hoping for an old lady with a crown with a team of 6 Yampers in their evolutions. Each one feels very much at home in the Galar region, and the Galarian forms fit great too. Much like how Alolan Exeggutor was great for a region based off Hawaii, a Ponyta that is a unicorn is perfect for a region based in the UK that has so much rich lore with unicorns and the such. And I cannot wait to see the true dragon of the generation. As mentioned, Game Freak has been a bit tight-lipped about all the new stuff so far. We've only gotten a little bit here and there. Well, except Chunkachu here, and I feel we still have many new Pokemon to meet. But that leads to my next point. So little information so far. This one can be great for some people and others are probably really annoyed, but for myself, I love the lack of information for Sword and Shield. I feel like we know enough, and we know the essentials. We know the starters' basic forms, we know our rivals, we know of Hop, we know about the box art legendaries, we know of some gym leaders, and we know of some Pokemon. All this is basic stuff that is in most every Pokemon game. But we also know about the new stuff like Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing and the camps. And no, I'm not a huge fan of the maxing stuff, but that's not the point. Look at Sun and Moon. It felt like we knew everything about the game going into it. Yes, the demo that we got was data mined, and then we really did know everything, at least Pokédex-wise, but still. I felt bombarded with information constantly. Sword and Shield seems to be trickling information slowly. No, we don't need a 24-hour live stream to tease a Galarian Ponyta. We really didn't. But I am enjoying the thought of walking through Galar with so many surprises before me. Side characters. With the exception of my personal confusion and anger towards a character named Hop, I mean seriously, what horrible parents names one kid Leon and their second kid Hop? The side characters look great. Seriously though, is Hop a normal name in the UK? But I digress. Leon himself, I feel, might have his own character arc that could be really interesting. Check out the video I did about that already. But having a few rivals, all very different, a team that is more cheerleaders than plotting the world domination it seems, to what looks like some fun, unique gym leaders, the side characters look to be standing out. The past few champions, to myself, have been rather bland and not really part of the plot too much. I love how Leon looks like he's much more involved. With all the many faults I had with Sun and Moon, it at least felt like the characters were there with you most of the time, unlike past games where the world of Pokemon seems a bit empty, even if you have tons of long grass around you. I'm hoping to have some callbacks to past games as well, someone being related to Professor Birch or something, or an old team villain showing up. Team Yell just being cheerleaders can't be the only antagonists we get in the game, and although it is easy to get Team Skull vibes from them, I bet they'll stand out once we get into the Galar region. Speaking of Galar, the way Galar looks. Look at this region. Man, oh man, this region looks like it will be one to remember. The cities look huge and vibrant. I can't wait to get to know these unique locales. How some are just towns like small villages and others have these huge buildings towering over the trainers. The wild areas are recently reported to be much larger than we anticipated and can house over-leveled Pokemon in the same fashion like the Xenoblade games and probably other RPGs where you can run into over-leveled monsters in some areas that you can return later to tackle. And if you look at the Galar map, there's a huge section of snow and we have seen so little of it, probably because it's late game, which makes me that much more excited. I love snow areas. Something that gets me even more hype is how the map has evolved over the Pokemon games, from the basic linear map of Kanto all the way here to Galar. No, I don't feel this is an open world game, it's still gonna be pretty linear. The gyms will need to be completed in a certain order for sure. But there is the feel of openness at least. Or, well, it looks like there will be the feel of openness. It could be very different once we get the game here soon, but I'm hopeful. I love how the world seems more alive in the towns than ever before. A home console Pokemon game. Look, I don't really know how to categorize the Let's Go's, but it's not in the same camp as a brand new mainline Pokemon game for myself, making Pokemon Stabby and Blocky the first mainline games on a home console. To me, that is enough to get me hyped. The file size has been revealed to be 10.3 gigabytes, and that's pretty big. To put that in comparison, Odyssey was about 5 to 6 gigabytes, and the base game of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, without the DLC, was 13 gigabytes, making it a decent sized game. I'm truly hoping for a good sized length main campaign, and something I think we all want, substantial post-game content. It seems there are some things, not everything of course, that Game Freak has listened to us gamers about, and I think we will be getting the post-game content we've been wishing for. I was honestly pretty lukewarm to Let's Go until playing it, and no, it's not perfect. Playing a Pokemon game on the console really drew me in though. It is why Colosseum and Gales of Darkness are games I have such fond memories of, but this is different. Pokemon Master Sword and Hylian Shield are the games we've been waiting for, a true Pokemon experience on your TV. And it also doubles as the portable experience we have all grown up with. No, the game will not be perfect, but I know in my heart this pair is going to surprise both sides. People upset at radical changes and others who would defend Game Freak no matter what. From the music, the cities, the Pokemon, and much more, this could be one heck of an experience for us Pokemon trainers, young and old alike. I for one am very hyped and cannot wait to choose Sobble and begin my brand new journey in just a few short weeks. Thank you for joining me here at the Nintendo Network. What are you most hyped about for Pokemon Sword and Shield? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider helping me out on Patreon. As always, this is the Nintendo Network, signing off.